Welcome to the by name list referral series. This is the sixth and final video within this series. This video is going to focus on updating the last contact date for the client and editing, maintaining client information. It is a responsibility of agency and or staff to maintain and update the by name list client information within HTI, including the last contact date. Ideally, whenever you have a contact with a by name list client, the last contact date will be updated by agency staff. The last contact date must be updated at least every 3 months. So you need to be in contact with your clients at least every 3 months. To update client information, we can access their files either through the Peels Coordinated Report or our own or your organization's own by name list report. Okay, so what's the difference between the Peels Coordinated Access Report and the by name list report? So we have both here. So I'm going to click on Reports, and what you're going to see is here. Okay, so once again, all folders, we want to make sure all folders, and because this is recently viewed, they pop up for me automatically. I don't have to type in Peels Coordinated Access Report. If I wanted to find my own by name list report, I could just type in BNL up top here. And there it is there. So the difference between the Coordinated Access Report and the by name list report, the key difference between the two is that the Coordinated Access Report allows you to see clients that have been onboarded to the by name list by another service provider, whereas the by name list report allows you to see clients that your organization has onboarded to the by name list. Due to privacy barriers, client records on the Coordinated Access Report contain very limited information about the client. The by name list report, on the other hand, gives you access to more detailed information about your organization's clients. So in this situation here, okay, we have the by name list. I'm going to go here because I want to look for clients specifically for the Salvation Army because that is whom I work for. Okay, so we're going to click on by name list reports. And it's not showing how many individuals were up here, but I want to look for a client that I onboarded to the by name list, let's say a week ago. Remember the turnaround time, once we complete the client details and complete the needs assessment for the client, the turnaround time is 72 hours to get them added to our list. So I know that a week ago, I onboarded an individual. I'm going to hit Control F, and the individual's name I'm looking for is Mr. His name is Mr. And guess what? So it's intuitive and it brings it up here. So that's the client I'm looking for, and I want to click on that link. And it's going to take me to the client's by name list report. So this is the referral. Okay, how do we know it? It's by the naming convention. So the by name list referral is identified by first name, last name, housing, BNL. By name list referral. Okay, everything we can do off of here, everything that we're going to do, updating the last contact date and editing and maintaining client information is done from this page. So once again, you want to click on reports. If you want a specific report for your agency and the clients you onboarded, you want to click on by name list reports, do a Control F search, put in the first name and or last name of that client. It's going to take you to that page. You click on the link, you come to exactly where I am. Okay, so from here, what we want to do is we want to update the last contact date. So on this page, I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and you're going to see some information. Okay, so here is enrollment name. This all takes us back to where we need. So master program, remember that filing cabinet we spoke about? This is it. We can go back to the client's filing cabinet because it's identified by, so last name, dash housing services or emergency services. This page here will lead us to wherever we need to go. Okay, but the key one that we're talking about here is the last contact date. So about halfway down your page on the client's by name list page, you're going to find last contacted date. And what I want to do is if I just scroll over here, you're going to see that there is a little pencil. And a pencil means that you can edit these areas. Okay, so there's a pencil beside primary. Remember, I'm not going to touch that, but whenever I speak to a client, I want to update that last contacted date. So I'm going to double click in this area, and it brings up a calendar, and we can choose the date. So maybe it wasn't today. Maybe the last time I spoke to that client was actually yesterday. I can change my date. Remember, this needs to be updated at least every 3 months, which implies that you have to be speaking to your client at least every 3 months to stay on the by name list. Okay? So from here, what I want to do is there a save capacity up here? Okay, I've changed the date. I can click off of it now, and there it is. Okay, we're good there. So from here, what I want to do is what if I've spoken to a client and they have information that needs to be updated. So once again, I'm from the by name list page. I've updated the information. I've updated the last time I spoke to that person, and now I want to update, say, a phone number. Now I want to update something about his health, or maybe his income. Maybe something has changed. What I can do is scroll down a little bit, and I want to go to his program enrollment members section, also known as the PEM. Okay, we want to click on the reference number hyperlink for the client. In this case, so here it is here, and this will allow me to change and edit any information in regards to the information we capture when we set up his client page. We click on the PEM, and here we are here. So let's pretend he's changed a phone number, and let's say there's something about his health that we need to change. If we scroll down, we can see the information that can be changed. Maybe he got married. Maybe he's no longer single. We can change that here. Okay, so we have an email for the individual. Maybe he got a different email. Okay, so here is, let's pretend that he now has an income source. When we first onboarded the client, he had no income source. Now he's connected. Just going to double click in this area. Okay, so once again, all I did was find, I'm going to change his income source. I double click on income source, and now the system says, what income does he have? And I'm going to say he's now receiving OW assistance. I choose OW, I move it over here. Okay, so I choose what I want, the income source, I move it over here, I hit OK. And now we have Ontario. So is there a monthly income we may want to add? Well, this area is locked. We cannot change that. But at least we're updating the client's information. If they're going out of their way to inform us of changes, the least we can do is make these changes. Okay? So is there difference in homelessness? Okay, and as we see down here, there's emergency phone numbers. Maybe it's not his brother. Maybe he's got a different emergency phone number. His brother no longer has any contact. Maybe he wants to change his emergency phone contact. So I can go in here and I can change that. And who is this for? Okay, we can double click on there. And now this is his sister. Once you're done with all the changes, with editing and updating the client's information, you want to scroll down to the bottom. Go all the way down. Should be a save button on here somewhere. Here it is here. We want to hit save. So what we've essentially done here, once again, is we have found the client. We've gone to the report section. We've typed in either Peel Coordinated Access, or if we want a more extensive view, we type in by name list, which shows us the agencies we work for. Whatever agency you work for, it'll show their extensive by name list report. We locate our client. We click on the link, which takes us to the by name list page. We update the last contact date. And if we need to change information, we scroll down to the program enrollment members page identified by PEM. Click on the link, make your changes, save, and you're done. Thank you for watching the by name list referral video series. We hope this has been helpful. As a reminder, if you have you should have a lot of tools for your toolbox in this. We know that there are procedures that are going to be in place with these videos, and also the training manual that goes with these videos. If you have any other questions, concerns, issues, conflicts, please reach out to the by name list team. Thanks for watching once again. Have fun.